This one's got some green and yellow and red. This is a nice piece here. Of course, pieces like that would probably look good once they were cut and polished. Just pieces of wood laying everywhere. Kind of a neat little cactus, so I'll take a picture. Haven't seen too many of them. We're gonna head up on the hill here. So even though it looks like these trees are laying all over the hillside, they actually got buried in a river stream. Where they fell off the bank of the river. They were growing at the edge of a stream, and then they fell in at some point, and they washed down and got buried in a sand bank on one of the bends in the river. And then they get buried in the sand, and all the silica and the different minerals from the sand over the years, while they're buried with oxygen cut off so they don't decompose, then they turn into these petrified trees. And then centuries later, erosion uncovers, and this used to be a river bottom, but now it's on top of a hill.
I said just matter.
It's a pretty cool piece there. You can tell it was just starting to split right there. That would be the bottom, this would be the top, most likely.
Yes.
It's got some color. Lots of different colors. Got some big pieces laying up here on top of the hill. This bottom here I'm standing on is the actual old riverbed. It's not hollow all the way through. Big piece of petrified wood. And there's like a whole log laying in the end. Here's a really nice example of an entire tree. They break into little pieces, but they're still laying in order. And it's still half buried. It's being uncovered as we speak. Every time the wind blows a few grains of sand away, it becomes a little more uncovered. That's a big tree. Or it was a big tree. There still is a big tree. I don't know how you want to look at it. And not only that, but I think they put the walkway right across to here. This is probably these pieces that are out of line. What used to be here where the walkway was. And then the tree continues on, because these are a little bit smaller than the other side. So that's a pretty big section of tree. At least 60 feet. So here's a piece that's almost completely buried. It's just starting to show. Along with these. So for many, many years, more and more of this will get uncovered. One with the entire trunk on it. That looks pretty cool. Let's go over there. Here's a nice long.
Measures 35 feet long and weighs approximately 55 tons.
55 tons. How long?
35 feet.
35 feet long. But see, it's got the base of the tree still on it. And you can see where it was buried in the sand. It's got some nice silica jade in there. That's the trunk of the tree. Now here you can see where. I hope the colors show up good on camera, like they do here with the naked eyes and the sunlight. hard to run around with naked eyes, but I don't like sunglasses. I guess the sunglasses if I get overwhelmed, but I prefer to see everything in the natural colors.
A lightning storm, so we get out.
Yeah, the ranger was just telling me this tree got broke by lightning because these trees have got a lot of iron been soaked into them. And they had to repair it after it was hit by lightning. It blew it apart.
This way north.
Here's a nice one that still looks like a tree. Look at that. That's just looks like wood.
Yeah, they did. There was
200 million years old. 200 million years old. And you can touch it. Ain't that weird? 200 million years old. Say something.
Something.
You're speechless. I know. There's one with some color. Well, that's part of that one, I guess. On the inside, it's got some color. Of course, you wouldn't want to break that open. Here's a nice long one. It's pretty complete. These were pine trees, conifers, which is like a pine, but it was tropical. Tropical letters back then. It wasn't desert. Well, this trail just goes every which way. I guess we'll go back here. There's one of them weird looking cactuses. It's got flowers on it. What's cool about this one, it's not the collar or anything, but it's the knots. Like a big knot there, there was a branch. And then you go up, there's a knot there. Right there's a knot. There was a branch. Right there's another knot. There was a branch. There's another knot. Right there on the edge, that was a branch. We're getting down more down toward the bottom of the tree now. There's another knot. The knots are getting bigger because the branches are getting bigger. There's another one. As you can see where the branch used to be there and it's broken off. Here's a big knot on this one. And that circle right there, that's a big knot where a branch is broken off. There's a scenic overlook up there that overlooks the edge of the bluff, but I'm not going to go up there. Sorry, people. Well, we've been hiking and we've sat on a lot of trees. But I've never sat on a 200 million year old tree. Well, I've been sitting on this, what's holding you up? I've been sitting on this tree for 200 million years.
You look like it.
Asshole. She got me. I have to admit it, she got me. I am old. How long have you been sitting on that tree?
Just a couple seconds.
I just want to show you one thing out of the little pamphlet we got with us here. This is what it looked like when the trees were alive. It was a tropical, there was a rainforest, river, and see how the river winds. That's why these trees are buried everywhere, because they buried in the mud at the bottom of the river.
Kind of cool.
I don't know what mineral that's got in it, but it's really sparkly. That's kind of neat. See, but I don't know if the sparkles will show up on camera, but to the naked eye, it's really, really sparkly.